Hey there. So tonight when I was trying to decide what kind of scary story should I talk about, I started thinking about the Vanishing Hitchhiker. So it's an urban legend, right? And most people know some version of this story, right? There's a young woman by the side of the road who really seems non-threatening, right? She's young. She's often dressed inappropriately for the weather, like in a party dress or something. And somebody stops to give her a ride, usually a young man. And somewhere in the process, she borrows his sweater or his jacket or something because she says that she's cold, right? And she gives him an address, and he's going to give her a ride home. And unlike real hitchhiking situations, nothing untoward happens, right? He goes to take her home, and he pulls up in front of the house, and when he turns around, she's gone. So the generally it goes that he finds out from there that she's the ghost of somebody's daughter or a woman who was killed along the road. Often somebody in the house can tell him the story, right? So he finds out what happens. And so he goes to the cemetery to visit the grave and finds his sweater or his jacket, whatever piece of clothing it was he was supposed to have lent her, folded neatly on her grave. Or in one version the way it is in my head, it's actually draped over the tombstone, like over the back of a dining room chair. And I don't know what it is about these stories, right? They're told to death, and they're very simple, right? But there's something just so pleasing about these urban legend kinds of stories. And, the Vanishing Hitchhiker is a good one. There's the Hook Hand one, right? With the couple that were making out and heard weird sounds, and there was a killer on the loose they'd heard about on the radio, and when the girl gets scared, they just drive away, and when they get out of the car later, they find a hook hand stuck to the car, which I always thought was like, ah. So, yeah, tonight I'm thinking about slumber parties and urban legend kinds of stories, even if I can't remember where I read them or saw them first. They're stories that get to the heart of me and that frightened me and pleased me and thrilled me. And the Vanishing Hitchhiker in particular, I think I liked the romance of that one. That the ghost was kind, and that the human who picked her up was also kind, and nothing bad happened to anyone, I guess, other than the girl who was already dead before the story began. But she wasn't a ghost out for vengeance or trickery or anything like that. She just wanted to get back home, and he just wanted to help.